Oh, I didn't know it was filming then. Yeah, this is my last video tonight because I have done quite a few tonight. She's probably like, oh my god, how many is she putting up? But it's just because, like I said, if I have things in my head, I need to get them out because I'll just forget and probably not do it. So, but I said it was cold before, and now I'm just like, I'll take my cardigan off. Now I'm boiling. I've had the heat and I've switched it off, and now I'm boiling. Whew. Because I'm getting older, I'm getting hot spots. Yeah, I just wanted to have a bit of a ramble about confidence and stuff because it's mad how when you're younger, like when you're at school and stuff, and even like could still be in your 20s or whatever, you tend to like just follow the crowd sometimes. Not everybody does, because some people, do have their own minds. They not the they do, they don't, they don't always go with what the friends want to do, or whoever it is that's doing things, and they go along with it. Peer pressure has got a lot to do with things. And like, you have to. Some people do things they don't want to do them. Sometimes they do it because their friends are doing it, and they don't want to look silly, or you don't want to look uncool, or people saying stuff at school and that. Oh, she didn't do that, or he didn't do that, or she did that. Blah blah blah. So sometimes you go along with things because sometimes you feel in your gut, it's wrong, or it's something you don't want to do because it doesn't really make you happy, whatever that thing is. But you just sort of feel pushed into it because your friends are all doing it, or it doesn't mean it has to be to do with like things like peer pressure into sex and stuff like that, or drugs and drink. It can be even little things like things that you wear, fashion that you're into. You might not be that bothered, or you might want to, or you might not want to be not wanting to wear, like, I don't mean normalish clothes, but you might want to be goth, and that's the way you feel inside, and you want to dress more like that, but you're scared because your friends don't dress like that. So it's like what they're thinking, what they're going to think of you, what everyone's going to say. But at the end of the day, if they were a true friend and they really cared about you and loved you for who you are, wearing different clothing isn't going to make a difference to who you are inside anyway, just because you look different on the outside. So it is hard when you're younger because there is a lot of peer pressure to look a certain way, or you've got to get drunk because your friends are getting drunk, you've got to do this because your friends are doing that, when you don't have to. You should always go with really what you feel inside. If you've got people that are trying to make you do something, they're not really your friends at the end of the day. They just want to look cool in front of other people. But that's the thing you'll find as you get older. And you will have a few ups and downs in life because everyone does, but that makes you grow as a person. And then, like, probably not that I've always followed the crowd, because I haven't. Like, when people were, I mean, I used to drink when I was younger, like most people do, like experimenting and stuff. But I've never been one for doing drugs as such, and being in all that, like that side of things and all that, because I didn't have friends that really did that, so I never did. So I know you can follow suit sometimes because of the people who you hang around with in a certain group. You might not think it's wrong because you're hanging around that group that does it anyway, so it might seem normal. But I think starting in my 30s, and now I'm coming up to 40, you gain more confidence, as in things you've been through, and you start to know what you really want. I mean, you can do from an early age. Some people are quite strong-willed minded, or whatever the word is, but some aren't. They just sort of do. Like, there's a lot of yes people, and I've been like that in the past. You say yes, in work situations and everything, you're scared of like speaking up or saying something because you don't want to look stupid, or you just want to keep happy, so you keep saying yes, yes, and you don't want to go, no, actually, I don't want to do that. It doesn't make me happy. I don't benefit. It's making you happy, but I don't like doing it. And I found in the end that you have got to start saying no to things sometimes. You've got to do what makes you happy. Don't just do it because someone else is gaining off it, or you're making somebody happy. Do it because you like doing it and it makes you happy. And you will find that, when as start getting in your 20s and your 30s, you might think you're somebody when you're younger, as in a teenager, like, your own mind. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but as you start growing with experience in workplaces, with different people, with different boyfriends, just situations, getting a home together, all these things and situations that make you grow as a person because you see how things really are with getting out in the work life and working and being tired and all that, like being in the real world. You will start to grow as a person and realizing what it is actually that you do want in life, what you don't like, what makes you miserable, what makes you happy. Because it is hard when you're young, because you have all you going through puberty and all that, and like body changing and this, that, oh, I'm getting too fat, oh, I need to lose weight, and then sometimes it's just because your body is changing, and sometimes it takes a bit of time for your body to change, get used to it, and for like your body to evolve like into a woman or a man, because sometimes lads can be a bit skinny and gangly at school, and then they start filling out, they'd be a bit, not as gangly looking. Girls, start growing and different things. You might start putting a bit of weight on because of periods and that. Sometimes it all calms down, but you can do something about it if you feel, you're feeling you're a bit bigger. And I don't mean through starving yourself or anything like that, just eating healthily and moving about more. That's all it is really. But it's just hard. But when I look back when I was younger, not that I was really thinking with Pip. I've always really sort of done what I've wanted to do, and that's what you should do, not go along with just what others want you to do, because in the end you'll just be miserable with that. It is hard, but you've got to learn to say no to things. If you truly don't want to do something, someone's trying to force you into doing it in any situation, even if it's going out somewhere and you don't really want to go there and you don't like the place and you don't like the people that are going there, just say no, or make an excuse if you don't want to say no. You don't have to do things just to make other people happy. Like I said, if you are, and then people are not taking turns and like where you want to go and stuff like that, then they're not the right people to be hanging around with. Especially if you feel you can't say no to them. But in life, as you get older, that is what you'll begin to see, that to make you happy, you've got to do what makes you happy. So if it's something that doesn't make you happy, don't do it. Start saying no to people, or you don't have to be nasty about it. You could make an excuse, well, I'm doing something that night, or something, but you don't. Because I think I've been a yes person, and I've gone along with things sometimes just to sort of keep the peace, or feeling sorry for that person, or that. But then I've just learned, oh well, only in the last couple of years, that no, it's not making me happy. It's making me feel down. It's wearing me out. It's making me feel tired. So now I'm just going to enjoy what I enjoy doing and do for me, because I don't want to look back a few years' time and go, God, I've done that for everybody else and I've not done things truly that make me happy inside, and that I really enjoy. I mean, don't get me wrong, you do things for your friends and family and people to make them happy, make them smile, and you want to do things, nice things. But I mean, you've also got to do things for yourself as well that make you happy. In life, because there is a lot of stress today. We're rushing around with work and different things, and things going on in the world that are just awful, that are just depressing and everything. That's why if people say, oh, I come on YouTube and talk, because I do like talking. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a bit of a gabber, but I don't always make sense what I'm talking about. I know what I mean in my head, but at the end of the day, I come on YouTube because I like talking. Like I said before in another post, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. If no one's watching it, I'm not really bothered. I enjoy doing it. It's one of the things I enjoy doing, yakking, and showing things and that. And I'm not really bothered. People like it, can watch it. Like I said before, I like doing my nails, so I'm hopefully going to get a home salon soon when I pass that. I like looking at other people's things on YouTube, learning about things, especially a lot of positivity things like The Secret, if you've heard that, Law of Attraction, watching people talk about Law of Attraction, uplifting documentaries on positivity, because there's a lot of that you can watch on Netflix and stuff, and it's really good and it inspires. And watching people on YouTube inspire you to do different things and basically to go for your dreams and to make yourself happy, because basically we only have one life and you've really got to do what makes you happy, because you just don't know what's going to happen, how long we're here. So you might as well try and do all the things that some people might see it as selfish sometimes, but you have to, as long as your kids are all right and stuff like that, and they've got things they need, not bloody want all the time, things they need and stuff, and your family's all right and that, you are allowed to have things yourself and want to go for dreams, and don't let people hold you back because, again, you're scared what a friend's going to say. Like, someone could say to me, if I was in my 20s now, I'd have probably been like, early 20s, I'd have probably been like, oh my God, sorry, there's a dirty man coming out. I'd probably like, oh, I can't go and talk on YouTube because what if, like, I don't even get that many views, or people don't watch me, or people, like trolls, like start saying nasty things. How will I cope with that? I probably wouldn't have coped with it that well then, but now it just doesn't bother me because, like I said, I'm not bothered if you're watching, you are watching. I've got loads of views, I've not got loads of views. I just enjoy doing it. If people do come on to troll to say, I don't know, it's the sort of thing they say, oh, you're ugly, your makeup's crap, your nails are shit, blah 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 blah. Just all this nasty stuff. And like I said before in a post, I'm not really bothered. You're sat there watching me. So if you think I'm that rubbish, why are you watching me? If you don't like my makeup, don't watch me. Don't like my nails, don't watch. You don't like what I'm talking about. You don't think I make sense. You don't like the style of how I go on about things, then don't watch me. Go and get a life yourself. I enjoy doing it. I really don't care. I'm not going to let you put me off things that I enjoy doing, because I've had that with people in the past where you've tried to make them happy by basically, and I have done this, some people know what I'm talking about, but I don't really need to explain who it is or whatever. But like making that person happy all the time, going along with it to keep the peace, but I'm miserable inside. I might not look at it on the outside, I was miserable inside because it was like, God, never get to really do what I want to do, or like that person's not really, not that you sort of give to receive, but wasn't really getting much back. Like I did a lot for that person and trying to keep them happy, and like, okay, it's all right, not really sort of telling them when I was mad that I was mad and what I really thought. But it's like, it's just awful to be like that in a way that you're giving so much, and you're not really getting much back. Someone's not appreciating you for sort of what you do, and it just makes you really sad inside. Like breaks your heart really that people, someone you're around doesn't really appreciate the stuff that you do for them, and in the end, it's sort of like you can stay around that person, like if it's a friend or a partner, it's like it starts eating away with you at time, like starts making you really not like that person because they're like a greedy person, as in they're all right when they're getting what they want, they're all right when people are making them happy, as long as they're happy, they're not really bothered about you if you're not happy, as long as you're making them happy, if it makes sense of what I'm sort of saying. But that's all grown with me in confidence over the time, because confidence can take quite a bit of time to come. You might have thought you were confident years ago. I mean, some people maybe are confident right from the get-go and all the way through, but there are things that in life you might feel confident, you get knocked down, you get up, you get knocked down again, you do get knocked down and you get back up, but it does make you a stronger person. I would say now, looking at myself now, like I can come on here now, I wouldn't have done that years ago, I'm a stronger person than I was before, and a more confident person than I was before, because I've had to go through different things to learn and to come back and be stronger. So it's a good thing sometimes. You don't flatline through life like this all the time with nothing happening. If you do, you're a very lucky person that you don't have, even if it's only little blips. I've not had massive blips. I've had like little and medium, not like massive ones like people do. Really, really hard things that they're going through. But if you just flatline through life like that all the time, with nothing bad really happening or something that you thought, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? It's like you haven't really lived. Everyone sort of goes through something at different sort of, small, medium, quite, large things. But we all learn through all of it. And that's what I believe in life, that you have to have these knockdowns to make you come back stronger, to make you realise what sort of person and you are a person of worth, because everybody is. It doesn't matter what you've done in your past, you can always come back, show people, that you are a good person, or you can be a good person, you want to be a good person. And you can bring it back around. But what I'm trying to say is I'm a more confident person than I was years ago, because I've had to learn a few things and get knocked down and come back up, and I'm a lot stronger, and I definitely know what I want now, as I was saying in another post today about relationships and stuff, and I know what I want. I know what I won't put up with anymore. I know the things that make me happy now, and I'm not bothered if people don't like the things that I like, or where I go, or what I do, or they think it's boring, or this, that, and the other. I don't care. It's my life, and I'll do what I want, the way I want to do it, and go about it. If that's on YouTube, Instagram, whatever I'm doing in my life, it doesn't really matter. As long as I'm happy, as long as I'm happy, I don't really care. You be happy in your life. You know, you don't have to go, you don't have to be the sort of person who, oh, if you're not happy in your life, you don't have to go around slating other people if they do stuff on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. You know, just let them get on with it. You do your life, and everybody else will do theirs. But confidence does take a long time to come, I think, sometimes. Sometimes I think you think you're confident, and sometimes something happens and you realise you're not, or you can get it taken out of you, and it takes you a bit of time to come up. I'm sort of rambling here, but I'm just trying to say I'm a more confident person now than I was years ago, and it doesn't really matter what, because I would probably think a little bit years ago what other people think, but now I don't care. I don't care what people think of me on here. And to the point of like people saying stuff, I just think, well, you know, so what? Just don't watch me if you don't like me. But it's like I've said before, I always thought it was a man that made me happy, and it's a man that I'd have to have in my life that solely made me happy and everything had come together. It's not. It's a man is like, it's a bonus if you get a man that makes you happy and is a good guy as well. You know what I mean? He does them things and you can trust him and there's a lot of respect. So that's brilliant, and that's what I do want in the end. But I mean, I used to think that, but it's not. It's the things you do in your life, the people you're around, the positivity. You know, be around positive people. Things you've got to have stuff that make you happy. Like, I craft a lot, I do nails, I love it. You know, like, follow your passions, but I want one of my passions to be a job as well. Well, two of my passions to be a job. Even if you really love chilling out watching a good film, or some people just like having a bit of peace on their own, especially if you've got loads of kids, you know, that go and having a hot bath time and chilling out with candles and putting a face back on, you know, like me time. That's good for your soul as well, having a bit of me time, a bit of peace and quiet. Exercising, some people like going to the gym. That brings all your endorphins out, is the word, you know, makes you feel happy. Being out with your friends, being out in nature, just things that make your soul happy and make you happy. You need to do more of that. If it's being with your kids, anything that makes you smile and happy, you know, it's not hurting anybody else. If you love doing it, you do it. Don't be afraid of what other people think, because it's not their life. And if you go by what other people think and you're scared of doing this because she might think this or he might think that or they might think that, you're not going to live your life properly. You're not going to live your life the way you want to live it. You're going to live it the way others want you to live it. Because some people get jealous. They don't want you doing things because they're jealous. They don't want to see you be successful. They want you to stay flatlining because they're like that. So they don't want to see you. You know, you can get friends and stuff in life where, new and old, where as soon as you start getting successful at something, that could be in a job or losing weight or anything, you know, when you start going up, they're all like, no, no, and you wonder why they're being funny, because they're jealous because maybe they wanted to lose that much weight, but they can't be asked doing anything about it. They just want to sit on their ass, but because you're doing it, then they're getting jealous. Or you've got a new job, or you're making more money because you're learning, you're teaching yourself new things, you're going out and educating yourself, but they're not, because they're sat at home because they don't want to learn it because they're too lazy to learn. Do you know what I mean? And they start getting jealous, but you're putting hard work in, you're making yourself happy. Don't live for everybody else. But oh God, what they're going to think, what they're going to think. So what? What they doing behind closed doors? Who cares? If you're enjoying yourself, like I said, it's not hurting other people. You know, it's legal. You know what I mean? And blah blah blah. If it makes you smile and it fills your soul up with happiness, then do it. Because I've had stuff where I've done stuff, like I said, with other people and tried to make them happy, and inside I've been dying of like hurt and being upset and feeling low, and just wasn't happy because I wasn't truly doing the things that I wanted to do. So confidence does come in time, and you start to learn that as you go along, but don't always be too concerned with what others think, and oh, you shouldn't do that because they don't do it, because they're not into it, because it's cool to be doing this or to be in fashion. You do what you want to do. You wear what you want to wear. Have your hair. If you want to shave your head off and have parts or paint over your head, then do it. Do whatever you want to do within the thing of reason. That it's okay to do it, but it's just hard. But confidence does come, and if, like I said, if you've got friends that are not liking it or getting jealous, find new friends. Find positive people that you want to be around. Because, like I said, negativity brings negativity, and negative people will bring you down, and they will make you feel like crap, and you'll start sort of probably becoming a negative person, getting down, um, starting going on about other people in a negative way. But if you're around positive people that are always bringing you up, you'll feel better and you'll want to do things. So if you've got negative friends, try and be around people who are more positive. Watch inspiring things on YouTube and telly and Netflix and all that sort of stuff, and start educating yourself for things, and um, believe in yourself and believe in the dreams that you want and go for them. Because if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. You don't need people putting you down and telling you can't, because you actually can. Because that word of, hang on, find a piece of paper. That word, can you see it? It's back to front. Impossible is actually, break it up, and it is, don't think of it as impossible, think of it as I'm possible. Be more confident. Be more confident in yourself, and don't really pay that much attention to what other people think, because I don't anymore. I'm just like, I can't be bleeding arsed at my age to be bothered about what you're thinking about me if you're not liking what I'm doing, because I'm not really bothered. So just have more confidence in yourself. Don't be a yes person all the time. It's nice to be a yes person, not all the time. Start saying no in a nice way if you really don't want to do something, because it's not making you happy inside. You do what makes you happy inside, and you're just going to be a lot happier in life than trying to please people all the time.